I'd like to speak this morning about being here. What is meant by being here? That you are always here. Your attention may not be, but you are always living here. So what does this mean? When there is the simple feeling of what is here, what is here, the feeling of it, is never in motion. When there is the tapping into what is here, the feeling that is here, the aliveness that is here, where you live, that is here. It never has the experience or the feeling of movement. Because it is never moving. When there is really a rooting in living where you are, it is the end of the illusion of movement. Probably the most obvious example is getting in a plane and getting out on the other side of the world. What begins to happen in the feeling where you live, which is always here, is that the character and the scenery appears to be in motion while you are still. It is no concept. It is direct experience when the habit of concept is released. And what begins to happen? The character begins to slow down. Because what is on the screen or in the screen of awareness has a job. It is a reflection. It's in the mirror. It reflects the current state of affairs. When you get used to it, you can witness how it changes immediately. As soon as the habit falls into story, it is reflected immediately. As soon as it is let go and there is falling into what remains still, it is reflected immediately. Feeling what is here. What is here is everywhere. What is still is not disrupted by the appearance of movement, because movement is appearance. When you fall into what is still, you fall into what is not perceptive, what is not away from you, what is not separate from you. And as soon as you fall into it, the movement that seemed so real is revealed to be apparent, like the movement in a dream. You may travel all the way around the world in a dream, but the truth is, all in the mirror, all in the mind. Just to feel the stillness of your being, which is always here. The character, always in the center of the screen. No matter where it goes, it is always in the center of the screen. How can it be moving and remain in the center of the screen? It is the reflection of you. It is informational. It can only offer its information when it is seen from what is unmoving, because that is the truth of where you live. And every time there is the falling back into identification with the character, it means one of two things. There has been the following of habitual attempt to avoid fear, or there has been the following of habitual desire to get for me. While remaining here in the face of all possibility is the force that breaks the link of bondage. And then what is reflected on the screen is only God. And what is the nature of what is here? It is pure love. It is pure happiness. It is the depths of peace and wildly alive. It is the natural, eternal state, unchanging, always here.